Hey, what is going on, guys? I am back today with another video, and today is something different. I'm going to be showing you guys a how-to guide on getting started to Subnautica. But before we get started, some information about Subnautica. It is pretty much an open world diving, exploring survival game where you're stranded in this alien planet, and your job is to build a base underwater, of course, get different submarines to get around easier, find materials, farm, harvest. I said farm and harvest, same thing. And pretty much you can grow your own animals from their eggs you find, things like that. I do believe it's still in development, so it's an early access game on Steam. Up right there, top right corner, early access. Anyways, on the main screen we have their Subnautica store where you can go and buy their content stuff, shirts, cups, things like that. Down here is their latest update, Voice of the Deep update, and here you can subscribe for development newsletter where they will send you things to your email once they have released something new. Anyways, to get started, you might want to go in here, check all of your graphics settings. Now, presentation, your sound, you pretty much just have to scroll down. It's right here. Master volume, music volume, keyboard. These are key bindings. This is a Subnautica item key. It's pretty much like something you get on Steam, which is a kind of a little reward. Troubleshooting. You can read this, I'm not going to. Anyways, what you would like to do is go to play. Alright, so here's the play menu. As you see, I already have 2 games going on. This is my YouTube one. This is just a fun little, I don't know, I was bored one day. I decided to just make that. But anyways, what you like to do is go start a new game. Now here are 4 different modes to play. Survival, crash on a dangerous alien planet, scavenge resources, and manage hunger, thirst to survive. That is the default mode. Mostly everybody plays on it. If you do not like something that to start out with, you can do freedom. It's like survival but without hunger or thirst. And then there's hardcore, which you only get 1 life. And it says no oxygen alerts. Creative, it's pretty self-explanatory. You just build it anything you want. You don't have oxygen, food, pressure, story. Pretty much all of that is you do not have. You can't die. You can do cool admin commands. You can do it on any of these, but for right now, what we're just gonna do is survival. Alright, and this is a loading screen. It takes some time to get down, but I will be right back. Alright, so here we are. The main button, the starting cutscene, all of this funness. Anyways, as you see, it says press any button to continue. You will do so. It'll take you to the short little cutscene of this guy, which is you pretty much escaping from his Aurora. Well, not his, but it's an Aurora. It's a massive ship that is pretty much been hit by the precursor. As you see up there, it's gonna blow up. There it goes. You're in a life pod now, kind of just slowly flying down to the ocean. Alright, so here we are. You've landed in the ocean. Your life pod is on fire and you're in danger. Pretty much there's a fire extinguisher immediately on the ground. You can look around, find it if you like. Okay, so here you just do the left click to pick up items. and you hold right mouse button to use them pretty much. That's how, I believe that's how all of these tools work. Alright, so here you go. It's going to show you a PDA.
Initializing PDA in emergency mode. This program will catalog your inventory, record essential information, and issue survival advice as necessary. It has one directive: to keep you alive on a hostile world. Good luck.
Alright, so here we go. You are in your PDA. Here we have your inventory, and here you have your equipped items. Scuba goggles, scuba gear, things like that. I'll tell you what these are for in a minute, as you will see. Here we have blueprints, everything you can craft. These will all come in handy as the time goes. Here you have ping manager. This will be your life pod. You can click to see it or not see it. You can change the color of it to help you. I'll do orange for right now. Photo gallery, as you see, it says press F11 to take a screenshot. So if I were to press F11, it'd pop up here. Let me just get rid of this. There you go. You can click it and view your screenshot. You can remove it, share it. You can go back to gallery. So for this, I will just delete it. There you go. Voice log. If you miss something that is going on in your game when they are talking, you can just come to your voice log and replay it here. They'll tell you what day you're on, things like that. It's pretty useful. Data bank. This is where this is kind of like, how would I describe this? It's a big book, pretty much, of everything that you have discovered. It'll tell you a lot of these. Here's the Aurora. Learn that. Survival checklist, things like this. Welcome, read me, things like that. Alright. So, in the bottom left corner, you can see your oxygen. It's the big green circle. Right next to that is a red circle with a heart in the middle. That is your health. Below that is an orange circle with an apple in the middle. That is your hunger. And next to it is a blue circle with the water in it. That is your water. Alright. So you're in this life pod and you're like probably thinking, what should I do? But if you go here, this is a free storage container. You can put things in it. Flares. It's a light source that'll help you see. Filtered water if you're in dire need of emergency. And nutrient blocks, which will help give you food. In the bottom left corner now, you can see numbers where those apples and all that stuff were. It's showing you how much hunger, thirst, and health you have left. Oxygen will always stay here, so you don't have to worry. So here, pretty much, is your medical kit fabricator. You open this, you can get a free med kit every once in a while. They use this to heal yourself. Alright, and to get out of this life pod, there are two escapes. You can go to the top, or you can just go directly to the ocean. I'm going to go to the top to show you guys the view.
The Aurora suffered catastrophic hull
As you can see, she is talking once again, but this is not what I'm waiting for. There is the Aurora, which you are on, a big ship, pretty much. The precursor, I do believe, is over there. It shot at you and made the Aurora crash, and now here you are. So pretty much, as you see, the first thing you're not doing is just jumping into the water. Okay, so as immediately you jump into the water, you're surrounded by these interesting new things. So here, you have salt deposit, which will be useful for later. Acid mushrooms. All these things are useful in the future, trust me. Here's limestone. You get copper, it's very useful. You need it to make most of your things. Titanium, it's the key source to building. These are brain corals, they give you free air. There's another salt deposit. Alright, here is metal salvage. This will give you 4 titanium, but it takes up the most space in your inventory when you're doing it. Alright, there's some fish which we will need. Different kinds of fish, hoop fish. You just left click to pick it when it'll say, things like that. Also, as you see on the tops of my screen, you can see a meter depth, and under that it's telling you to swim to the surface. When it does tell you that, you might want to do it, because that's telling you your oxygen is low. Alright, so you have these fish in your hand. What you can do is right click to release them. Goodbye. And then what you would do is go back to your escape pod. Here is where you will be cooking it. Here's your fabricator. Everything you build comes in here where you will have to build it. See, metal salvage, it'll tell you basic building material, titanium. You get 4 of it for that metal salvage. You'd click it, give it a minute. Here's your food. Cooked hoop fish, and then you would just cook it real quick. Personal pipes, these will help you breathe down deeper, but that is not what I'm here for. I'm here to help you guys to get started on Subnautica. So pretty much what you do is press tab to open it. As you see, it says cooked hoop fish. It says plus 23 food and plus 3 H2O. There you go, you ate it. So now hunger has been brought up and your water has been brought up. Next, what you would need to do is establish what you need to build. I picked up some quartz there, that just helps me in the future. So here, you go to personal, tools, and this is what you want to start out with: a scanner and then a repair tool. These are the 2 things you're going to want to need. For the scanner, you're going to need a battery. It'll be in electronics right here. See the acid mushroom and the copper ore. 2 acid mushroom and 1 copper. There you go, and there's your battery. You would go back to your tools, equipment, click the scanner, and there's your scanner.
Can be used to synthesize blueprints from salvaged technology.
Alright, to do a self-scan to check if you're infected, hold F. As you see, I'm already infected just from starting. You can use this thing to pretty much scan all the life in the ocean. Then it'll go to that little data bank you have right there: alien life forms, flora, acid mushroom. It'll tell you what it is, if it's dangerous or not, and if it's edible. It's another salt deposit. Alright, so next you're gonna want that repair tool. They require titanium, cave sulfur, and salt deposits, I did believe. To find cave sulfur, you pretty much have to go in kind of these crevices or caves. It's getting dark outside. Alright, there's none in there, so I will be right back until I find one. Alright guys, so I'm back here. As you see, that little ping manager that I was doing earlier, that is telling you how far your life pod is and what it is, since you're going to be like way out there in the ocean. So anyways, I have found our cave sulfur. What you do is just go down to it, and they're in these little pods. Now these pods are extremely deadly if they open up and this thing shoots out at them. He will blow up if he comes close to you, as that. It's kind of a suicide mission, but you know. And then what you would do after it blows up, you'd go into the little pocket. You can see cave sulfur. Just pick that up. You can scan this to learn what it is. Crash fish habitat. Oh, 2 more guys came out. Oh, they just kind of went under the ground. Oh, there he is. As you see now, you are extremely hurt, about half health. So you go back into your little area in here, your life pod. At the top up here, you can see power 68 out of 75. This will continue to go down as you're crafting things. As you see, 64, 59, and so on and so on. So now that you have the repair tool, you have to hold the right mouse button to do anything. I'm holding left, nothing is happening. You hold the right mouse button, that'll repair things for you, such as your submarine, your life pods, things like that. So what you want to first do with this is get your communications relay and your life pod restored. Once you have that, these all should be green. These are your self-charging power cells. Once your life pod is out of power, these will start going back up. Even when it's not out of power, they will still recharge themselves. Pretty good. Now as you see, this guy is flashing red. That lets you know there's something here. So anyways, now that you've clicked it, you're going to get this little message. As I showed you before, if you miss it, you can go here and learn, not learn, but read what it was saying beforehand, all that fun stuff. Now, what you might be thinking is, I'd like to get around the ocean a lot quicker, but you don't know how. This is what the scanner is for. You'd probably be thinking, what can a scanner do to make you go faster? It doesn't. It helps you find the things that make you go faster. I will show you guys when I find one of the parts for this sea glide, which is a mini kind of jet underwater. It'll help you get around faster. But yes, I will be right back, peeps. Alright guys, so I have came here. This area is deadly. I mean, these guys in here you see swimming around, these are called stalkers. They do attack you if you're near them. As you see, he saw me, so he's gonna come after me. The best thing you can do is just swim in circles around him until he just kind of swims off. He does not stay aggroed on you for too long. The next things that are bad are these bleeders. They're kind of like little leeches. They will chase you and stick on you and things like that. Other things that you need to look out for, these stalkers, is when they pick up metal, they will drop. I just get bit by one. They will drop their teeth, which is kind of interesting. Their teeth are used to make glass, or the enameled glass, which will help you build for your habitat, your Cyclops, things like that, which is the biggest submarine, the Cyclops. And here we have a part. If I can get it. So in here, a sea glide fragment. You can kind of see it. You would just hold down your scanner, scan it, and it's in these boxes. So that's what you're looking for. As you say, if you saw in the top left corner, I may not make this. Yep, there it goes. As you saw in the top left corner, it said sea glide fragment 1 out of 2. If you go to your blueprints, it'll show you 1 out of 2. That means you need to find one more piece, which I am going to go and do now. So I will be right back. Alright guys, so I have found it. The last piece of the sea glide. You can kind of see it in there. Looks like something been tore up.
New blueprint acquired.
So there it goes. It says new blueprint acquired. Here you go. It'll have all the things you need: the battery, lubricant, and copper wire and titanium. Copper wire, you need 2 titanium, not titanium, 2 copper. If you just go in your blueprints. Copper wire, 2 copper. Lubricant, you need those creepvine seed clusters. I will show you what those are now. Alright, so once you have made it here, it's going to be on these creepvines, pretty much. It's these yellow things on these creepvines. What you would do is just go up to them, left click. There you go. I'm going to die here for kind of an example to show you guys what it would look like when you die. Alright. The screen goes kind of just black, nothingness. But when you're here, you pretty much lose your inventory from when the last save happened. And it saves pretty regularly, so you should be good. Alright, so now I'm above the creepvine area. Just swim down. Pick up a few more of these seeds. There you go. That is a big creepvine. There you go. You can now learn and read about the creepvine. There's a stalker. Vehicles, your sea glide. Alright, so once you're back here, you can make your lubricant. You need copper wire and acid mushroom and copper ore for a battery and copper wire. So I will be right back once I have all of that. Alright, so as I'm exploring, you see on the right side of the screen, there's like that icon of the communication relay. That is letting you know that you have a new message, pretty much. So you can go there and look for it. But I'm going to continue looking for some copper, so I will be right back. Alright, so now that you're here, you just go back to electronics, copper wire, battery, and I do believe I have the lubricant, so you go to your personal equipment, I do believe, no? Oh, deployables, and there it is, sea glide. So what you do is craft it. It will take a minute, and there you go. Bottom corner, I would turn off your light. Don't really need it. But there at the bottom of the screen, you see power 100%. As you're driving, this will go down. Alright, so here we go. Just gonna drive around with it real quick. Just turn the light on, it drains the power faster. Seconds of oxygen, we're just gonna go up. This will help you dive down deeper quicker and dive up quicker, and drive forward, backwards. Things just helps you get around quicker. But anyways guys, that is my how-to guide on getting started on Subnautica. If you enjoyed it, be sure to hit the subscribe button and the like. Subscribe to my channel to see more content. I do play Subnautica a lot. If you subscribe to my channel, be sure to hit the bell notification icon to get notified when I do upload a video. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.